And the plan is right now to do another briefing at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I should have more information by that time also. The damage path for this incident, this tornado, was approximately 8 miles long and a mile wide. First calls came into the Bell County Communications Center last night at 5:37 p.m. There were multiple calls that followed after the initial call. We have multiple agencies being coordinated right now for the response efforts, and you can hear and see them in the background and up and down the highway here. There's still significant debris that needs to be cleared, so we are controlling access up and down the highway right now until we get that done. There's also electrical issues that are still being resolved. Power is out in this area. We are working with the electric company, the co-op that serves this area, to restore that power. It looks like it will be several days before that occurs because there's still debris on much of the power lines. Again, we have officials on site from Bell County and Williamson County. From the state of Texas, the Texas Department of Emergency Management officials are here. Texas A&M Forestry Service is also present, and Texas Department of Public Safety also present and assisting. Our priorities for the day are threefold. We have three priorities today. The first is to continue our search of the affected areas and the damaged and the debris areas. We did 2 passes last night. We're doing a third pass today or this morning just to ensure that we have all persons accounted for. We believe we do, but we'll do it one more time and make sure as we continue the debris removal, which is our second objective for the day, is debris removal. Our third objective, and all of these are really concurrent, is restoration of power to the area residents. Many of the residents are also, our properties are without water because that's dependent upon the electricity. So we need to make that a priority as we go forward through the day. And again, I'm being advised that it may be several days before electrical power is restored. We're continuing to conduct aerial reconnaissance across the area to assist the assets that are on the ground. A shelter has been opened, but no occupancy is required at this time, or no occupancy is at that shelter. We do have a collection point for loose livestock, and that collection point is set up at the Bell County Expo Center. Major roads around this affected area are open at this time, but again, power is off until we can get the lines back up and it's safe. The National Weather Service is also going to be on site. I'm going to pause. That's one of those assets I was talking about. The National Weather Service will be on site. We'll be conducting an assessment of the area also today. As I said, we have various state agencies, including the All Hazards Management Team, present. Our community's generosity has already been expressed and greatly appreciated as we work to recover from this tornado event. I'll have a couple of phone numbers at our 4 o'clock briefing that folks can call who are either impacted by the storm last night or the tornado last night, or who wish to receive, make donations or offer assistance. They will be 2 separate phone numbers, and again, we'll have those at the 4 o'clock press conference this afternoon. I would ask that you please allow our emergency response teams in the impacted area to continue assessing the needs that exist so that we can better communicate those both to our responding agencies as well as to the public as a whole. Again, our volunteer and donation needs will be coordinated and announced later this afternoon. That's all I have right now. I want to say thanks to, again, all the folks that are on site. I see State Representative Brad Buckley here. Appreciate his presence. He was here last night also. And I think I saw Commissioner Whitson here earlier, Commissioner for Precinct 2, which most of this, if not all of it, is in his precinct. So I appreciate their presence and their assistance in this effort also. I have received numerous phone calls, text notes from federal and state officials advising that they would support in any way possible. And again, we're working on identifying the needs that we have right now, and then we'll match those needs up with the agencies and the individuals that help. I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can at this point.
Tell us that again about the path of the tornado.
The path of the tornado is approximately 8 miles long. It touched down on the at the Williamson County line on the Williamson County side, County Road 228, and then traveled roughly northeast along the highway behind me, and I always get the numbers transposed. I believe it's 2843 behind me. Very good. 2843. It traveled northeast along 2843 for about 8 miles or so and about a quarter-mile wide.
And are we still at 23 injuries?
Yes, the injuries information that we have at this time are still 23 persons injured. 12 of those were transported to 3 area hospitals, Baylor Scott and White, Advent, and Seton. We did confirm 1 that is critically injured also.
Do you know how many are still hospitalized?
I do not know how many are still hospitalized at this time.
Do you know about how many people were displaced, how many structures affected?
I do not have that information at this time either. I can tell you that we do have a map that I will also should be able to make available to you this afternoon at the press conference that has of the area that we've identified that we think is at least our starting point for assessing damages and the assessment efforts that are underway. That map has a little over 100 unique addresses to it. That doesn't necessarily equate to people or structures, but there are 100 addresses in the initial area that we've identified. 100 plus. Again, we'll be back here at 4 o'clock. I should have those 2 phone numbers for you at that time. So for persons who have been affected by the tornado, they can call that number for assistance so that we can direct them to the proper resources. And then a second phone number for folks who are wishing to make donations or provide assistance of any kind so that we can also manage that list and those individuals too. And again, that should be at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
How will they be able to volunteer or assist?
By calling that number.
I mean, like, manual labor, where are you going to be?
There'll be all types of assistance, I suspect, will be offered, and all types of assistance will be welcome. Again, what we need to do is make sure we coordinate that as best we can to make sure it's as efficiently used as possible.
And just to clarify this, is there anyone who is not accounted for at this time, or are you just doing that third sweep as a precaution?
We know of no one that's not accounted for at this time. We believe we have accounted for all individuals that were in the path. But again, we're going through again to make sure.
Judge, a message to the community, especially as we're seeing all the damage around us. What would you tell us?
Yeah, just thoughts and prayers for those that have been impacted directly by the tornado. As you can tell, the damage was extensive. It is not in any sense a minor miracle that we did not have fatalities associated with this tornado. As you look at the devastation that it created last night, it's hard to imagine that didn't occur. So you know, that's something to be thankful for. But there is a lot of work and certainly a lot of people that are impacted, and certainly some folks that were injured at the hospital. So again, keep your thoughts and prayers for them, and then thoughts and prayers for all the first responders, all the state agencies, all the individuals out here, and the private property owners that are going to be working for days, if not weeks, if not months, to clean up and to rebuild and repair.
Judge, you brought up the first responders. We heard earlier that there was trouble communicating between Loco and Bell County. Can you talk about maybe any idea for the future of how to improve that communication if something like this was to happen again?
Yeah, I had not heard that there was any initial communication issues. Only communication.
They were having some trouble with the
I'll have to get back to you on that because that wasn't briefed on any communication issues. In Bell County, we have a consolidated communication center. The entities that are on that system all have what's called interoperability, so they can talk freely with each other. I don't know if that extends outside the county, but again, I can get back to you and hopefully provide a better answer at 4 o'clock.
Sir, this is also the second time within a month that we've seen devastating tornadoes. Were first responders and everyone prepared, and what can we do to make sure we're prepared?
Yeah, I think the question was, were the first responders prepared? and what can we do to be better prepared. I believe the first responders were very well prepared for this response. Again, from the time of the first call coming in at 5:37 until there were assets rolling was a very short period of time. I'll try to get the exact number of minutes that was when the first call came in, but it really was within a matter of minutes before responders were arriving on scene. So again, I think that portion of our response was very, very good. I think the weather forecasting, to be honest with you, I think that's improved over the course of many, many years. But I think a lot of folks were tuned into the weather. They were watching that, and I think that probably contributed to the fact that we didn't have fatalities, because people did heed the advice, took shelter at the appropriate times and appropriate locations. But I think it's a combination of all those factors that are involved in a response to a tornado or any kind of a disaster event. And again, very proud of our first responders for the work they did last night and the work they continue to do today.
Judge, it's been these first responders with the wildfires they've been fighting, and it was obviously a late night last night. Can you just talk about the resilience of these same guys that are now?
Yeah, I was in a similar trailer not too many days ago, talking with the same folks about the wildfires that were occurring mostly in county and mostly in on the Fort Hood training ranges, but some of those had spilled out of that Fort Hood training area. And so again, many of the folks that you see here today were working that event also. And again, I just can't say enough about how effective they are, how professional they are, and how responsive they are from the state level to the local level. Really has been a good effort and a good team, and very appreciative of their presence here.
Judge, if there are people coming back to this area that have homes here, maybe they're trying to get in touch with resources to get help, what's the best contact point for people who maybe still need help out here?
That's one of those two phone numbers I'll give you at 4 o'clock. We were trying to get those phone numbers for this at 11 o'clock or 11:37. We just couldn't happen, but one of those phone numbers will be a number for those individuals to call.
The Salado Volunteer Fire Department, is that a good start? Apparently there's a number on their Facebook page.
I would not recommend any phone calls to any entity until we give you the correct number to call. I think that's going to generate more confusion than it will assistance. Anything else? All right, thank you all. 4 o'clock, we'll be back.